Hello everybody, Sir Beaton here, and welcome back to another past paper questions video. In this video, we will be looking at a vectors question, so let's head straight into it. So the question says, the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows a quadrilateral ABCD in which the vector AB is equal to m, the vector DC is 3m, and the vector AD is n. So this here is the quadrilateral showing everything that was explained in this part of the question. So it says complete the statement below on the geometric properties of the following vectors. So it says vector AB and DC. So we see AD and DC. So AD is m and DC is 3m. So because of one being a scalar multiple of the other, we can say AB and DC are parallel. And AB is something times CD. So we see AB is m and we see CD, which is here, is 3m. The length of that is 3m. So it says AB, which is m, is something times CD, which is 3m. So it means we must multiply something by this here to get m. So what can we multiply by 3 to get? We know there's a 1 in front here. So we have 3. So we know 3 multiplied by 1 over 3 will give us 3 over 3, which is 1. In this case, it should be the m. So we can say AB is 1 over 3 times CD. Because if we multiply CD, which is 3m, by 1 over 3, we will end up with 3 over 3m, which would be the same as 1m, which would be the same as m. So AB is 1 over 3 times CD. And the next set of questions is, express BC in terms of m and n. So we want BC in terms of m and n. So BC will be from B to C. How can we move from B to C? So we see we can move from B to D. So we can say BC is equal to BD, and then we move from D to C, plus DC. So we need a vector for BD, and we see BD is simply, we move from here to here, we go in that direction. We know if we go in this direction, it's m. So we know if we go in the other direction, it will be negative m, plus we go in this direction, the same direction would be n. So this here, BD would be a negative m plus n, plus DC, which is simply D to C in the same direction, which would be 3m. So we put the like terms together, we'll have n plus 3m minus m, which will give us n plus 3m minus m would give us 2m. So here we can say n plus 2m as the answer, and this is our working. As nice and easy as that. So let me erase this to make it look more clean to answer the other question. So we found BC to be n plus 2m in case we need that. So the next one says L is the midpoint of CD, and they want us to find BL. So BL would be here. So they want us to find here BL. So we move from B to L. So we see to move from B to L. So let me do the work in here. So BL would be, we see move from B to C, and then plus C to L. So we already found BC at the top here. So we found BC to be n plus 2m, and this will be added to CL. So we know CL would be halfway of this here, but in this case we see we are going in the opposite direction. So half of 3 would be 1 and 1 over 2, or 1.5. So we can say if we're going in that direction, it would be a negative 1.5m. So we can say plus a negative 1.5m And we can simplify this right away. So these two will cancel out, and this will be a minus. So you put the like terms together, they are already together. So we'll have n plus 2 minus 1.5 will give us 0.5 m. Or if you want to write it as a fraction, we can simply be n plus 1 over 2m. So hence we can write this in terms of m and n. We can say n plus 1 over 2m. And that is how we write these vectors in terms of n and m. So key thing to do, you write it using the letters, and remember the n letters, they act as a guide based on the triangle rule. So we start off with B, and we move to a point, and then from that point, we move to the end point, which is here. And we continue that same thing, and we just use things that we know to substitute for m and n. Remember, they want it in terms of m and n, so no other letters or no other variables should be in. No other terms should be in. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video, and I want you to keep practicing these kind of questions. Practice makes perfect. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.